someone speaks their truth and their reverent, their story of what they've lived and their spiritual beliefs, I always take it as truth for them. It's their truth. And I listen with reverence and I honor and I respect because that is the truth that they have experienced. And I want to understand the truth that they have experienced. I want to understand with respect and honoring them, their truth, and learn what I can and not. So I was on the top of the mountain looking at the sunset and I didn't get to finish, but I was raised with this heavy, strong reverence and respect towards other cultures and other modalities of thinking. And I have a strong belief in my own beliefs, but I had this respect given from a very young age. And I had the most amazing yoga training, and I'll talk a little bit about that, and then I'll share when I was first exposed to India, Indian culture. I think I should share that first. Indian culture I was exposed to at 3 years old, and my Sunday school teacher, one of them was from India, and he had the most amazing accent, and I loved hearing him talk and spending time with him and his family. And his kids were all older than me, and they were teenagers, and one of them would flip me upside down, and I'd walk upside down with my feet on the ceiling. And the daughter was awesome. I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off with her when I was in 5th grade. So, I met them when I was 3, and our families ate together. And thank you for setting, who you are. Thank you for setting the bar so high on Indian cuisine and eating the most delicious meals. And, just we shared fellowship together. We had time together and our families hung out together, and I just was very blessed. So not a lot of people that grow up in the mountains in Colorado are able to have a lot of cultural diversity. And I really realized that I've had a very unique childhood and had a lot of cool people that I was able to meet along the way and have in my heart and in my experiences. Like, we had this awesome Chinese restaurant in our town, and I grew up eating Korean food and Vietnamese food and just pretty much everything. And I was taught to be respectful. And I found out later, like, when you're eating Japanese, if you're eating with Japanese people, you always leave a little food on the plate. I didn't know that till later. And I would just eat, not realizing you have to leave some on the plate. They'll keep offering you more food. And then my upbringing in America is like, eat, just keep eating, keep eating. So in Colorado, I was just very blessed to meet all sorts of people and have cultural exposure. In my high school, we had a multi-ethnic community. It was majority Black, but we had people from all over the world, and we had those multicultural assemblies where people would do a fan dance or they would do a tea ceremony, and we were exposed even in, an interesting high school that was very violent. We were exposed to a lot of different cultures. So I have that to take away as a blessing. And my yoga training, 2 of my teachers had very strong butting head philosophical, like, opposite views on things, and they would hit each other's head on things. But one thing they had that was the same is they had a mutual respect and honoring towards each other. So even though they disagreed about many things, they agreed what suffering is, and they agreed what would be the best for eliminating suffering. But on some major other life things, they did not agree. And I just found it so cool how they would always come together and have this mutual respect and honor towards each other. And I love the word sonder because that's kind of similar. It's like recognizing that we're all going through our own thing in our lives. So I have this huge respect and honor towards other cultures and have been exposed to a lot more. I realize that now than other people. I grew up reading National Geographics and pierced my nose because I thought the beautiful women in India with their chains to their ears and their bindis were just so beautiful. And I was, so into my family friends that were from India that when I got married and they moved to Hawaii, and we went there for our honeymoon, my former husband. And when we were visiting them in Hawaii, we were hanging out with them, and they're like, "What are you doing hanging out with these 70-year-olds?" And I'm just like, "I just love you," because I do. And we got to snorkel with some amazing ancient turtles that were like hundreds of years old. So it was a good time hanging out with them. And I feel very honored and very blessed to be exposed to a lot of Indian culture at a young age.
and read about the doshas and Ayurvedic medicine long before I even was in yoga training, but the yoga training just reinforced it. And I had a blessing of, Raja training, which is Bikram, Hatha, Kundalini, all these different modalities, restorative yoga, and as well as we touched cadavers and we had to learn anatomy and learn about the fascia and the interconnectedness of the body, and a little bit of trauma-informed yoga too, because we hold trauma cellularly. We did a ton of meditation, like 6 hours a day meditating, and a lot of just amazing experiences with pranayama, breath work, and I have a lot to share that I would love to share, so I might share a little bit more on Journey with Jules. But if you're more interested in my yoga stuff, please check me out on Instagram. It's spelled a little bit differently, Jules Nature Yoga, Jules Nature Yoga. That's my handle on Instagram. But this is more Journey with Jules, is kind of what's on my heart, and it's a modality of things that are going on in the musings of my world. So I just share a little bit about things going on. And that first clip, I wanted to share it with you, but I felt like I needed a little explaining. So sorry for, not sorry, but this is, if you made it to the end, thank you. Thank you for listening and holding space for this information that I'm sharing about my love for India and my upbringing, exposure to that culture. And just honestly, all cultures, I have this like respect. I come with agape, I come with love, and I come with a heart of gold, and I come with a curiosity, not a judgment. And I wish more of the world did that.